Hey you witches, it's Taya, and today we're going to talk about something that makes me so excited. This is a video topic that was actually picked by one of our viewers, and she said, can you share a little bit about how you use essential oils in your witchcraft practice? And I think probably my videos she saw, I have a few up here on top of this chest that I keep that I use sort of regularly in my practice, and I just thought I'd break out the whole collection because I am a super essential oil junkie. It is something I've been interested in really my whole life. I have collected a vast collection of essential oils. There is one company in particular, I'm not going to endorse them, but there is one company in particular I tend to buy them from. They're good quality oils, but the biggest thing is they have a great selection and they ship right to my door. So it's easy to buy oils from them. But I do have oils from all sorts of different places that I've sort of accumulated them in my life. Some of them are single essential oils, like they're like a single plant essence, and other ones are blends, because I use them for all different sorts of things. So I guess to start out with, what is an essential oil? Before we can kind of get into it, we sort of need to define what an essential oil is. Basically, essential oils are compounds that are extracted from plants, and the oils capture the plant's scent and flavor, basically its essence, right? Each plant has unique aromatic compounds that give its essential oil its characteristic essence, its characteristic scent flavor. Essential oils are obtained through a process usually of distillation. So they will do steam distillation or straight just a cool water distillation depending on the plant and what it needs to extract those oils. Or they can use a mechanical, like a pressing method. Think of when they do like olive oil and they press the oil out of the, you know, that virgin olive oil has been cold pressed versus heat extracted. But yeah, so cold pressing, there's all different kinds of methods, but basically it's distillation or mechanical. And then basically each plant on earth has a distinctly unique essential oil. Even within the same like plant species, the different subspecies of that plant will have different aromatic compounds. They'll be similar, but they'll be a little bit different. So there's different types of, I'm trying to think, what do I have here? Different types of eucalyptus. There's different types of like tea tree oil. What else do I have here that's kind of got different types of citrus or lemon, right? I've got a jade lemon and then just like a regular standard lemon. So there's different, like, there's even like differing subcategories you can get into. And really what I find is it lends itself really well to like having an herbal practice because you can get really specific, right? Because you can go and say frankincense. I've got 2 different types of frankincense. They both have like a spiritually connecting aspect to them. But if you kind of get into the descriptions, each one is a little bit different. So I use them each a little bit differently in my practice. So you can get really specific. And the other really neat thing about essential oils is you've got access then to plants that aren't local to you, but you've got their raw essence. So the other thing is it takes very little essential oil. You're not like using half a bottle, you're using a drop or 2 at a time. So it's, you know, it's going to last you a long time. It's a good investment for your money, and you can access those plants and things that aren't local. So I have like Palo Santo. Sometimes I can find good ethically sourced Palo Santo sticks to burn, but I can't always get my hands on them, so I can't always find them. So if I can't, I have an essential oil that I can make a spray with that I can use that would have the same properties as burning Palo Santo. I just spray the mixture. So how do we use essential oils? I think there's kind of 3 main ways. Typically people will diffuse them, right? So you get like a water base and it vibrates at a sonic frequency and it mists. And so, and the mist pulls the essential oil off the surface of the water and diffuses it throughout your room. You can use them on your body. One bit of caution, I wouldn't recommend using essential oils neat on your body. I would recommend putting them in a carrier oil, or you'll end up like me, where I used to use them neat on my body all the time until I have developed a wicked sensitivity, a topical sensitivity to most essential oils, and I break out in massive hives wherever they touch my skin. So don't go that route. If you're going to use them on your skin, dilute them in a carrier oil. It can be olive oil, it could be coconut oil, it could be jojoba oil, it could be grapeseed oil, like whatever. Just dilute them so you don't end up with that topical sensitivity, because it kind of sucks. The other way you can take them, and this is a very huge caution grain of salt, is you can take essential oils internally. Not all essential oils, they cannot all be ingested. But the way people do that is you can either add a few drops to your water, or you can add it to your cooking. I would advise you though to be very cautious. Do your research before you start taking essential oils internally. I don't do it anymore because of my topical sensitivities. It doesn't seem wise to be applying them to the inside of my body. So yeah, just a note of caution, but that is something some people do. So anyways, why we're here, how do I use them in my witchcraft practice? So, there's a lot of different ways that I use essential oils. So the first one is when I have, before I do a ritual, I'll typically take a ritual bath. Sometimes I will put 2 or 3 drops of essential oil into the bath water to kind of create, it's almost like anointing yourself, but to create the essence in the bath that I want. The oil will depend on the season, the ritual, what I'm hoping to obtain from it. The other ways you can directly anoint yourself, one I do use topically is I use frankincense oil. It has a lot of properties that will connect you spiritually. So I do use that one. I use it to clear and I'm trying to think here, how do we do it? I put 2 or 3 drops in the palm of my hand, rub it together, inhale, and then I go over the top of my head. I don't touch, but I just go over the top of my head. I'm clearing my aura. I go down the back of my neck, up my arms, my front, my back, down my legs, and then I do the base of my feet, because you have a chakra center on the base of your feet, and we've already done the palms of the hands. Inhale once more, wash it over, and then that's sort of an anointing process I will go through before I get into spell work or ritual work. You can also use them for cleansing and clearing your space. So I mentioned earlier about you could make a Palo Santo spray. So you just take some water, put in a few drops of essential oil, and then shake it up and spray just like that. So you can make all sorts of different cleansing and clearing sprays. You can also put it in, say you were wanting to make a magical floor wash. You could put essential oils in your floor wash. You can diffuse them like incense. So instead of burning frankincense, I can diffuse frankincense like that. They make great offerings if you do offerings for deity or to spirits or your ancestors. Some of those spirits really like essential oils. I mean, it's only, a drop every day, a drop a week, whatever your schedule is. And then, of course, I use them in spell work. So when I use essential oils in spell work, basically essential oils can replace any herbal ingredient in a spell because they are the essence of that plant. So when you're I'm trying to think, say I wanted to use lavender in a spell and I don't have lavender on hand, I can use lavender essential oil because it is the essence of lavender. So it would have the same magical properties as the herb lavender. So I will use it anytime I'm doing a spell. If I don't have an actual physical ingredient, I can use an essential oil if I have it. I use it to anoint my candles. So whenever I'm, again, doing that spell work and I'm like, okay, I want to, I just did a protection spell the other day for my family against plague. Yay, COVID times. And it's called thieves oil, and it's made with cinnamon bark and cloves and all of these herbs that are very protective and cleansing. So it's a blended oil, and then I just use that. I just put a couple of drops on my candle, spread it over my candle, and then I pack the herbs in onto the thieves oil on the candle. And another one that I use a lot, I find it, again, it's kind of a recipe, is I use my Florida water. So I have a spray here of Florida water, similar to making that Palo Santo spray. So I just looked at my recipe I found that I liked for Florida water, and I substituted in water and vodka, and then I substituted in for all of the aromatic compounds, I used essential oils. And I find it works really, really well. It's very effective because, again, those essential oils are concentrated essence of that plant. So you can make that straight substitution. So that's just a little bit of the ways that I work with essential oils in my practice. There's a ton of different things you can do with them, but basically think of them as being a substitute for any herbal compound. So yeah, I don't know. Do you use essential oils? What do you use them for? What do you do? What did I miss? I'm sure there's more I could share, but yeah, that's my hot take on essential oils in your witchcraft practice. Yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Yeah, I guess we'll catch you in the next one. Mwah! Thanks, guys.